Thank you so much for coming to chat to us. Could we start by, if you could give me your name and the company that you work for?
Sure, Kate. Thank you for having us today. So my name is Peter O'Halloran and I am responsible for enterprise and digital commerce at Carat from Fiserv.
And can you tell me about Carat from Fiserv?
Sure. So that is our commerce operating platform and our brand for our large enterprise clients around the world. So, we work with clients in all kind of verticals in the space, who do payments, and that's the business name that we have for that.
Fantastic. And not your first time at MPE Berlin, I believe.
No, this is actually my 8th time. So
right.
I think my first one was 2010, and obviously then a bit of a hiatus with COVID, but nice to be back again.
And how are you finding the event so far?
Really good. So we were fortunate enough to bring one of our merchants with us, Selecta, who are the largest food kiosk company in the world from Switzerland. So it's been really good to kind of catch up with them and speak to other merchants and partners. So it's a good turnout, and it's kind of the right size of event where you can actually catch up with people and find them.
Fantastic. And what are some of the current trends that you're seeing at the moment?
Yeah, so I suppose one of the current trends that we're seeing is financial inclusion. So we did quite a bit of work in the UK throughout COVID, where one of our clients is Asda, and we were able to bring gift cards. We've been doing a gift card program for Asda for many, many years, and some of it is actually used in schools across the UK for children to be able to use that to pay for lunches, for wholesome meals. And then in COVID, we had to switch that to digital because they weren't going to the schools, and they needed to be able to use it in the shop that was local to where they lived. So we were able to make those gift cards, e-gift cards, and help that. So I suppose financial inclusion and finding ways to help people is one thing. We've heard a lot about it at some of the various sessions and discussions we've had, and we've just rolled out a product in Poland through Carat called Cash to Card. So it's financial inclusion. We have basically enabled anybody living in Poland who gets paid in cash to actually deposit that cash in a number of our Carat enterprise participating retailers. So companies like Żabka and Dino and Netto, who are open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And once somebody completes a Know Your Customer check through our app and gets approved for the program, if you have a Visa card or a MasterCard, you can walk into any of these stores, pop it into the terminal. A new option comes up, which is deposit, and it allows you to take the cash that you've brought with you, give it to the retailer, and then that cash is digitized and brought straight into your bank account, so you can open your banking app straight away and see the money there. So it allows people who can't get to a branch during working hours Monday to Friday, who are paid in cash, access in a very quick and immediate way to the banking system. The retailers love it because it brings more footfall. The banks love it because it's I suppose the commercial terms we have are much more beneficial than opening and running branches late into the evening or on the weekends, or indeed opening new branches.
And I believe you were speaking on a panel today. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
That's right. So we spoke with, we brought our client Selecta in the unattended retail kiosk space. So they've had a very interesting journey as a result of COVID. They supply kiosks and vending machines into train stations and hospitals and universities and workplaces. And obviously with COVID, workplace environments have changed completely. Companies have gone fully remote or hybrid. They maybe can't run restaurants anymore because it doesn't make commercial sense, because not as many people are ever in the office. So as a result, these micro markets where you can have hot food and salads and sandwiches and drinks available for people 24/7 in the office without the need to have staff to manage it, especially with staff shortages that companies are facing. That has been really interesting. So we spoke to Selecta about that and how we've helped them do that across 16 countries in Europe through one Carat operating platform.
Fantastic. Can I just ask you, so how do you see consumer expectations evolving this year then?
Yeah, so I suppose one of the things we're seeing, and Selecta is a good example, and I'll give you some others, but the channels that people expect now. So Selecta are moving into their own stores actually. So stores that don't have staff. So that's an expectation. People expect to be able to go into these stores, and they've rolled them out in a number of countries in Europe together with Carat. People expect to be able to go into those stores and for everything just to work and for it to be fast. And I suppose at train stations, the transaction time is less than 3 seconds. And people, if they can see their trains coming and there's a quick decision to make, can I actually buy something here and be finished in time? So that's speed. And then I suppose the blurring of the channels, people expect to be able to get the same outcome, whether they do it online or in store. They want the same payment methods, they want the same speed, they want the same, receipt that comes out the back end digitally. All of those things need to be the same, because people tend to, start in one channel, finish another, or invariably use multiple channels from the same company, and they want the experience to feel the same.
And so, final question then: what can we expect to see from Carat, from Fiserv over the next couple of years?
So I think we're focused on a lot of innovation around financial inclusion, as we've talked about earlier on. I think we're going to see more of that. A big push for us then is to help our clients who are suffering from inflation. They're suffering from consumer confidence. The fact that there's not as much money in the ecosystem for companies to borrow or to get from venture capital. So people have to be more thoughtful about how they spend their money and use their money. So what we're trying to do is bring, I suppose, the existing set of value-added services, be it dynamic currency conversion or gift or loyalty or cash to card, like I mentioned in Poland, or lending that we can do based on what money that a merchant is bringing in. We can lend very immediately off the back of that. Bringing those services, making sure they're easy for our clients to access across the jurisdictions that they work in, because they need us to help them with their business.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us, and we wish you luck with the rest of the event. Okay.
Thank you so much, Kate.